How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And I really do appreciate everybody taking time to watch my video. And I hope everybody's doing well. Well, we have an early Christmas present from Joe Biden by way of the Department of Justice and the ATF. And that's 2 new gun control rules. So unfortunately, we've all heard of the Bipartisan Community Act. And these 2 new rules are to bring regulations into compliance with the Bipartisan Community Act. And just to take a look back at the Bipartisan Community Act, it was passed by Democrats, but also 15 backstabbing Republicans. And who led the way on the Republican side? John Cornyn of Texas. And all of this was a knee-jerk response to the horrible tragedy in Uvalde, Texas. And it's just crazy that our tax dollars are going towards this. And none of these rules that are already been in place are preventing any shootings from happening. But like I said, our tax dollars are going towards it. And Biden signed this act into law. And this was the first major gun control package passed in a long time. You have to go all the way back to Bill Clinton's assault weapons ban. And if they really wanted to stop school shootings, they could have used that money to arm willing school teachers and train them properly, and also hardening the schools. And unfortunately, that's the only way we're going to be able to protect our kids. The first rule that I'm going to talk about really is not going to affect most of us at all. And this has to do with people that actually work at firearm stores. And the gun stores can do background checks on current and possible new employees. And the second rule would not require what they call a background check, but an enhanced background check on adults that are 18, 19, and 20 years old who want to purchase a firearm. And get this crap, it would allow the FBI to contact local and state organizations to find out about their juvenile, criminal, and mental health records. Seems to me on that second part, we're getting into HIPAA violations. But there's a big caveat to the whole part of this. These agencies are not required to respond to any of these inquiries. And quite a few are prohibited by state laws. And I guarantee you, when they inquire about somebody who's under the age of 21, they won't tell them that they don't have to answer their questions. They'll just give it up freely. And that's what's wrong with this whole thing. Why have this in place at all if they don't have to answer the questions? Because the big brother Biden administration wants to know. And like I said earlier, none of this will stop anyone from committing crimes like this. And of course, they're not as stupid as they look. That somebody that wants to do something extremely bad, if they can't purchase a firearm legally, they can most certainly get it illegally. And also another reminder, these 2 new rules are meant to change current laws. And as we all know, laws are made by Congress, not by the Department of Justice or the ATF, or even the Biden administration as a whole. Which of course makes all of this unconstitutional. And it's just another instance of the ATF and the Department of Justice exceeding their authority. So why do we think that Joe Biden's Department of Justice and ATF can put these rules in place without being sued into eternity? Because most likely they're going to use the Bipartisan Safer Community Act and just saying they're trying to comply with that law. But actually there's a bright side to all of this. And that is, these rules are being put into the Federal Registry for a comment period where people can comment on their thoughts on these rules. And due to how long the comment period is, it will roll into the Trump administration. Now, Trump has a lot of things to do when he gets into office, but he needs to squash this as soon as possible. And he needs to fire the ATF director, Stephen Dettelbach, as soon as possible when he gets into office. So like I said, we just have to hope that he can take care of this and get rid of it before the ATF can actually make these rules. Because we all remember, and we're never going to forget, that back in Trump's first term, he was the one that pushed the ATF to ban bump stocks. So I'd really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comment section. Do you think Donald Trump will stop these rules from going into place? Or will he be so focused on other things that they'll just slip by and actually become rules? And as always, I appreciate everybody's support. You guys are always crushing it by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I'm very grateful that you do so. And I invite everybody to come back and watch my next video.